I knew something was going to go wrong with Call of Duty 2021. That's why in yesterday's video at the very end, despite all the positive things I had to read off on that tweet, I made sure that I said that there's still going to be an issue. Skill-based matchmaking, maybe microtransactions, whatever it's going to be, Activision is going to find a scummy way to ruin the next Call of Duty title. I know you guys already know about the tweet that Tom Henderson put out saying the Call of Duty community is going to explode positively and stuff like that, so I'm not really going to have to show you that stuff, but the GOAT 402 Thunder over on Twitter went ahead and, quote tweeted saying, "No more strict skill-based matchmaking or get the F out." And I completely agree with that statement. Seriously, the skill-based matchmaking in the casual playlist of Call of Duty is extremely thick. But sadly, as we see right here, Tom Henderson went ahead and said, there is skill-based matchmaking. Sorry. And he also went ahead and put out this tweet as well, basically saying that it's going to be the same exact system that we saw with all the other current Call of Duty games, Modern Warfare, Black Ops Cold War, the same skill-based matchmaking that we are dealing with on a daily basis when it comes to the casual playlist, that is going to be in Call of Duty Vanguard as well. I picked this game right here to show you guys for a specific reason. This is Gears of War 5, and in Gears of War 5, like in other titles as well, but I guess just recently I've been feeling a lot more to play this specific title here, but in this game, there are multiple different game modes. You have casual, you have ranked, and then obviously you have your other side modes as well, survival modes, or whatever else they want to put in the game, but at the end of the day, the two most important game modes are casual and ranked. And what this does for the player base of this game is it allows players to have a choice whether they don't want to sweat, or if they do want to sweat. You can't always force that mentality on you every single day of your life. Some people have school, some people have work, people have very long, stressful schedules. For me recently, I've been a little bit more in the sweaty mood, so I chose ranked, which will allow me to actually compete, actually grind for something, play for actual wins, skill-based matchmaking that puts me up against good competition, stuff like that. But, like I just said, I'm in the mood to play this style. If I had a long day, or if I'm tired or stressed out, and I'm just not in the mood to have to sweat 24/7 against people who are really in a competitive mood, I can hop over to casual. I'm not forced to go against equal competition 24/7. Now, of course, in casual, there's going to be mixed lobbies. Not all the time you're going to be able to pub stomp, and not all the time are you going to get completely whooped. It's 110% random. Sometimes you'll verse a full stack of players who are really sweaty, and other times you'll get a bunch of noobs. There's not really anything that can really determine what you're going to get into, but I'm okay with that because in my mind, I know 110% that it's a random factor. I just, out of the luck of the draw, I got a sweaty match, and maybe the next one or the one after, or whenever it's going to happen, I'm going to be able to relax, kick back again. Nobody cares. And even when you get into those sweaty lobbies, they're still not sweating like they are in a competitive match. They're still running around, rotating, not caring about what weapons they pick up or how long they're staying alive. They're just casually playing. And if they pop off, they pop off. If they don't, they don't. Like I said, it's all luck when it comes to a lot of these games. But this right here is how skill-based matchmaking is done correctly, compared to Call of Duty, where there is no such thing as a ranked mode in the majority of the games. A lot of the time, it's just the casual playlist, and in the casual playlist, it's nothing but sweat. And what makes it 10 times worse is that when there is a ranked game mode, like for example, Black Ops Cold War, where they have legitimate league play, so if you want to sweat, you have a place to go and sweat. But even in the casual playlist, they have a skill-based matchmaking system that is in place and ruining the whole experience. There is no casual side to Call of Duty anymore. And it hurts a lot of the player base. That's why when we see stuff like this, when we see that the same skill-based matchmaking system is being implemented with the next Call of Duty game, it's not going to please anybody. It's only going to make the game 10 times worse for everyone. Nobody's going to purchase this title. Nobody's going to want to go ahead and play this game and sweat when there's a million games out there that took advantage of the casual playlist system that people are just going to gravitate towards. There's games like Battlefield, Halo Infinite, Splitgate that just released, right here, that what you're watching here, Gears of War 5, any of the Gears of Wars. They have systems in place that allow you to relax. So if you're having a long day at work, what game are you going to decide to hop on? Would you prefer to play a game of Battlefield TDM 6v6 if you're a hardcore Call of Duty fan, or if you just enjoy other games and you like to branch out and have different playstyles, just regular Battlefield? Would you prefer a casual game of that, or would you prefer to come home from a long day, sit down and sweat your butt off in a game of Call of Duty where you have no option? Regardless if you go to league play or if you go to casual, it doesn't matter, you're going to sweat. Nobody's going to choose Call of Duty because simply they don't want to deal with that type of algorithm. Who wants to be forced into a mindset or forced into a playstyle that they're not prepped for, or that they're not in the mood for. You know, it's not fun. And that's why we're seeing a lot of Call of Duty players dropping off from the multiplayer experience. I mean, COD is still going to make its sales. I mean, campaign, they're all high-end, you know, high-budget campaigns. They always have some type of co-op or zombies experience as well. There's other reasons that people purchase Call of Duty, but the multiplayer scene is slowly dying off. It's just bad for the game. It's simply bad. And their specific skill-based matchmaking system is awful compared to other titles as well. Like I said, usually it's a random factor with a lot of the games that you go into a casual playlist. But in Call of Duty, it is constant sweat. They put in a strict skill-based matchmaking system that will definitely 1010% match you against equal opponents. But the kick of this is that they don't match you with equal teammates. They put you with the worst of the worst players that are not in your skill bracket. And I'm not saying that anybody is bad up in here. Everybody is in their own league. But like I said, if they're going to have a strict skill-based matchmaking system that's not going to be completely randomized, I want equal teammates like I have equal enemies, or else it's a completely unfair fight. And that's what you deal with on a game-to-game basis. I can go 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 games straight, and I will get the same type of teammates every time I load up a game. But on the enemy team, there will be the most hardcore competition ever. And don't get me wrong, like you see here, I enjoy competition. I don't mind hopping in ranked. I don't mind having to actually verse people who have equal skill. There's nothing wrong with that. But when your team isn't up to standards to be in that specific lobby, then you're screwed. It doesn't matter. Everybody thinks that, you know, every game is around solo mindsets, and if you're a good Call of Duty player, you can dominate lobbies. That's bullshit. Good gameplay comes from teamwork. Teamwork will always be key number one for anybody's success to any type of game. If you don't work with your team, or if you don't, you know, have good flow or chemistry with your team, you're going to be running into issues. And that's what's happening in Call of Duty, not just for me, but for everybody. The solo player's experience is being simply ruined because they have the worst skill-based matchmaking system in place. It should be randomized, should it not? Should it not be randomized if you're playing just for casual fun? I mean, and at the end of the day, that's why I hop into ranked modes. Like, for example, here in Gears of War. You know, it's a problem that, yeah, sometimes you do get some bot teammates. And if you don't want to deal with that, you hop into ranked, and everybody in the game is going to be equal levels. Even though sometimes it is a little funky because, you know, a lot of people just hop into ranked to hop into ranked. You know, if they're not feeling in the mood to play a game and they're tired, some people, instead of going to casual, they still, for some reason, go to ranked and they will party up. And they are the skill level. It's just that day specifically, they're not feeling 100%. So, yes, in ranked, you will get teammates sometimes that aren't completely there with you, and you will lose some matches because of that. But at the end of the day, the mass majority of those lobbies are going to be equal fights, and they're tons of fun. But Call of Duty does not release a good actual league play mode with every Call of Duty edition. And when they do release a mode for a Call of Duty game, like for Black Ops Cold War, it takes forever. It takes months upon months upon months. So all of that time that there's no game mode in that's league play, that's actually competitive, that allows you to have equal competition, you are forced to hop into their freaking quote-unquote casual game space where you will be put up against insane opponents and you will always have the worst of the teammates. But let's be real here, guys. Call of Duty 2021 is going to be a disaster, and as much as I would love to say this game is going to be amazing, as much as I would love to see this game succeed, because as we all know, Call of Duty is my favorite franchise. Even this channel that you're watching content on right now, this channel is based around Call of Duty. I might play other games like Halo, Gears of War, now Splitgate, Battlefield. I played other titles, but at the end of the day, for my whole life, I've always branched back to COD. It's just something about that franchise that always draws me back. So I would love to see this franchise succeed for once in its life after all these years of just constant failure. But as long as this recent skill-based matchmaking patent is still in place, nobody's going to want to play it. You know, people loved Call of Duty because it was that game that they could casually hop on, they can get a quick little 5-minute match and call it quits. That is what Call of Duty is all about. Nobody is purchasing this game to hop into a casual game to sweat their balls off. That's just not the case. If they want to do that, they would go to any other game mode in the world, or they would actually go into the league play section, but they never have it on launch. So everybody is forced to sweat nowadays. And also, for those who don't know this, but I mentioned this in a lot of my other videos, it's a very corrupt skill-based matchmaking system in place here. I mean, they party up very low tier players against super high tier players completely out of their bracket, but they'll squad them together just so they can kind of, I guess, manipulate them. Because when they see that the higher tier players have different skins and camos that they purchase from the store, it'll make the lower tier players say, wow, that guy's doing good because he has that specific skin on that gun, or he has that specific skin on his character and stuff like that. It's all mind control. It's just absolutely insane. It's disgusting. It's the worst system ever implemented in any game, and it should be completely removed forever. But that's not going to happen, so here we are. We're in this exact same situation, and I don't think anybody's going to tolerate it this year. I think it's going to be really rough, and with all the other competition out there, people are going to find just a much better experience with any other game that there possibly is. But guys, thank you so much for tuning into this video. I'm going to call it quits here. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like button. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new and enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. Also, want to chat with me, there's 2 ways to do so. I have a Twitter and Discord. Both those links are down in the description. And also, want to catch me live stream some video games I do over on Twitch. Link to that is in the description as well. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.